She was the face of women's boxing, a trailblazer known around the world as the coal miner's daughter. But behind the fame, the championship belts, and the headlines, Christy Martin was living a nightmare that nearly ended her life, not in the ring, but inside her own home. Christy Renee Salters was born on June 12, 1968, in Mullins, West Virginia, a small mining town with grit in its bones. Her father was a coal miner, her mother a homemaker. From the start, Christy had fight in her blood. She played Little League baseball, one of the only girls in her league, and became an all-star basketball player in high school. But growing up in a conservative town, Christy also carried a secret. She knew from the 5th grade she was gay, a truth that didn't fit the world around her. In high school, she fell in love with her basketball teammate, Sherry Lusk, a love her family refused to accept. After graduation, she attended Concord College on a basketball scholarship, earning a degree in education. But her true calling was waiting in the ring. Christy's journey began in the rough, loud arenas of the Tough Woman contest, amateur events where women fought for cash and bragging rights. She won 3 straight titles, catching the attention of a local trainer named Jim Martin. Jim would become her coach, manager, and in 1991, her husband. He was 25 years older, controlling, intense, and obsessed with shaping Christy into his image of a perfect fighter. Under his guidance, she turned professional in 1989, drawing her first fight and winning her rematch by knockout just a month later. With 19 straight wins, Christy became a sensation. In 1993, she signed a deal with Don King, boxing's biggest promoter. That deal would make her a household name. On March 16, 1996, Las Vegas. On the undercard of Mike Tyson's heavyweight title fight, Christy Martin faced Deidre Godfrey in what many call the fight that changed women's boxing forever. Bloodied, battered, but relentless, Martin fought with every ounce of her heart she had. When her hand was raised, fans around the world finally saw women's boxing as real, raw, and powerful. Christy became a star. She fought on the undercards of Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield, and Julio Chavez. She appeared on Roseanne, did talk shows, and inspired thousands of young women to step into the ring. But behind the bright lights and championship belts, Christy's private life was crumbling. Her husband, Jim Martin, controlled every aspect of her world. Her finances, her schedule, even her freedom. She later revealed that he was physically abusive, emotionally manipulative, and fueled her addiction to cocaine to keep her under his control. Christy stayed silent, trapped in a cycle of fear and loyalty, until one day, she reconnected with the person she had loved all along. On March 2010, Christy reconnected with her high school girlfriend, Sherry Lusk. The old spark reignited, and Christy finally told Jim she wanted a divorce. He didn't take it well. That night, Jim attacked her, stabbing her multiple times, then shooting her once in the torso. He left her bleeding on the floor and thought she was dying. But Christy Martin didn't die. Just like every fight she'd ever faced, she refused to stay down. Barely conscious, bleeding and in shock, she dragged herself out of the house, flagged down a passing car, and survived. A week later, Jim Martin was found and arrested. In 2012, he was convicted of attempted second-degree murder and sentenced to 25 years in prison. Christy would later say, "He tried to take everything from me, but I won the only fight that mattered." Christy rebuilt her life, this time on her own terms. She returned to boxing briefly, chasing her 50th win, but retired soon after. In 2014, she was among the first inductees into the National Women's Boxing Hall of Fame. 2 years later, she became the first woman inducted into the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. And in 2020, she was immortalized in the International Boxing Hall of Fame, the same year women were first eligible. In 2017, Christy married her former rival and friend Lisa. Together they traveled the country sharing her story, one of survival, strength, and resilience. Christy Martin fought for fame. She fought for respect, but most of all, she fought for her life, and she won. If you found Christy's story as powerful as I did, make sure to like this video, subscribe for more true crime stories, and share your thoughts in the comments. Her story reminds us, sometimes the toughest fights aren't in the ring.